Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, the shift was very, very slow. So it wasn't a whole lot of orders out there. But we did get a few good ones. We got a $35 order going 8 miles. And honestly, it wasn't even that bad. It was 16 items at Dierbergs. And it was one item at Aldi's. Now, the thing is, the one item at Aldi's actually was alcohol. And I wasn't too worried about it when I accepted the order. But once I completed the first drop off, I noticed that it was a road closure. And the first drop off and the second drop off were literally about a half of a mile away. And that road closure costed me to drive an additional 6 miles to the second customer. So that was the first, that was the first hiccup in the shift right there. So I was like, okay, these things happen. It's not the end of the world. Let me go ahead and just, make do with what I got and just try to, salvage the delivery in the rest of that hour. Well, things ain't turned out like that. So what ended up happening is, I got to the second customer, right? Looks like I just drove into a dead end. So let me figure out where I'm going. I get to the second customer. Tell me why the second customer tipped $2, y'all. $2 is what the second customer tipped on the alcohol order. Mind you, this is an 8-mile delivery. So I'm like, damn, you only get one base pay, and you get a tip from each customer. If I would have unassigned that alcohol order, y'all, not only would I save myself an additional 6 miles in delivery distance, I also would have been on my next order earlier, and it only would have took away $2. DoorDash literally had me deliver alcohol for $2 8 miles away. So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of upset about that. But you know what? I was live streaming, I powered through it. People was very generous in the live stream. Shout out to Junebug. Shout out to everybody who, donated to the stream. I appreciate you. Because, man, dog, if it's ever a shift, this was the one I needed it. The next order, it took me literally, from the time I dropped that one off, an hour to get my next order. And listen, I know this is something that can happen on the DoorDash app, but this ain't something I normally deal with. Like, I pick the right times to work. And even when on slow days, it's not slow usually because of the order flow. It's slow because of the money flow on the orders. Man, not today, y'all. I dropped off that first stacked order. I got that $35. With the hiccups, I was like, you know what? It's still $35 for an hour. Well, man, my attitude completely changed by the time I got my next offer an hour later. So, now it's a full and it's going 6 miles. I'm like, oh my God. Like, why me? Why me? But I took it though because I'm like, damn, I done wasted an hour getting no order. This at least gonna put me at, what I'm saying, what, $50 almost on the shift. Let me go ahead and knock it out. And I did. I knocked it out. One of the customers had 2 cases of water. One of the customers was ordering everything you need to make a taco. Man, I grabbed everything but the ground beef. You got me messed up. Because I know math. $14 for 6 miles, them is not two good customers. Them is 2 bad customers. But DoorDash paired them together and trying to trick you into thinking they a good customer. So, I went on delivered to them. But, man, it was not fun. That first customer lived in the most ranky, run-down apartments you ever seen in your life. And on top of it, the addresses was all wrong inside the app. So I'm sitting up there going from one apartment building to the next, trying to find the right numbers. Total headache for a $3 tip. I was like, man, never again am I coming to this apartment complex. That was the customer who ordered all the taco stuff and they didn't get no meat. And I was so happy that I didn't grab that ground beef. Because once I seen everything they was trying to have me do, checking all these apartment buildings, not having the right address, I was glad I didn't grab that ground beef. Got me messed up. So we got that done. Then we headed to drop off the other one, the waters. We had 2 waters and a pack of cookies. That one wasn't too hard, but honestly, if I'm being honest, they didn't deserve no delivery either. Because they ass was too damn far away and they combined tip was $7. I got $7 in base pay and a combined tip of $7 for a 7-mile delivery. 2 customers shopping. That's trash. Absolutely trash. So after we did those, we waited for a little bit longer. I was chopping it up with the live stream. We was having a good time. So it wasn't the worst thing ever. But you know what? We finally got a good order. It came in $9.75. 5 items, 2 miles at Walgreens. And yes, you heard me right. Walgreens. So we started off with a Dierbergs Aldi stack. Then we got a Snook stack. And then we finished our night off with a Walgreens order. So that means on this Monday right here, I have not done order all night. Literally. Not on one. It's been all shopping. And I can never, I can't even remember the last time I only did shopping orders, y'all. Like literally. And you know what? I'm grateful that the orders I got was out there because, I mean, I put 50 in the gas tank before I even started. And we barely made that back. Now, we still got most of the gas, but listen, if I would have been relying on food delivery tonight, I probably wouldn't even have this much earnings, to be honest with you. And it probably would have took me even more time if I would have tried to make this amount of money. Because, man, the food delivery orders I was seeing out here tonight, upside down, backwards, low paying. I mean, just the worst of the worst types of orders you can expect to see on a Monday night. And again, it's not surprising, but it is disappointing. Because it's like, I'm out here every day, y'all. I don't take days off. When I take a day off, it's because I got an emergency that needs to be handled, and I had to be off. But other than that, I'm out here. So I know what my market is like every day, Sunday through Sunday. I know what to expect. And I was not expecting today. So if nothing else, with these astronomical gas prices that we dealing with these uncertain times, understand that we are now in a situation where your slow day can become a super, extremely slow day. Your potentially good days, Friday, Saturday, man, look, them ain't guaranteed to be good no more. They really ain't. So I just wanted to tap in with y'all, let y'all know how my little nighttime DoorDash shift went. I really need to start doing more little recap videos like this. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to throw screenshots in this one, how I'm going to do it. But I feel like me just whipping out this camera, talking about what's going on while I'm on a drive, that's easy. And it's a little relaxing and therapeutic. It kind of helped me get over all the trials and tribulations that I went through today and not really stress out over it too much, because dealing with this app, these customers, these ups and downs, this uncertainty, you know what I'm saying? It can have you feeling some kind of way. So it's good to kind of get it out, assess, kind of go over everything that happened and try to learn from it, really. Try to make sure that whatever things that I dealt with today that I didn't like, that I don't have to deal with them again, so I can have a smoother shift if we happen to encounter another slow Monday like this, because this was highly unusual, but it was a good learning opportunity. Hey, be ready to knock out some shopping orders only for a whole shift, because if that's the way it's got to be for you to hit your goal, then that's the way it's got to be. And you know what? I do want to say this. I appreciate the customers that's good out there, because we don't say this enough. It's a lot of bad customers out there, and we give them a whole lot of flack. I talk crap to them every single day, either in my live stream or in a video. But if you're a good customer out there, I want to just say thank you. I really mean that, because it's the good customers that make it worth it for us to do this job. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't do this. We really wouldn't. We would be doing something else. And I mean, you wouldn't be able to get the items that you want, and you wouldn't have that level of convenience that we are so accustomed to in 2026. And you know what, guys? That's all I got for you. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown. Maybe you had a stressful day on the apps, and it helps to hear somebody else also having a stressful day. I don't know. But if you enjoyed this little, ride along, chat, daily breakdown of what happened, if you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below, how was your day? What was the most frustrating part of your shift today? And if you could go back, what would you do differently? I tell you right now, if I could go back, I would most definitely unassign that alcohol order that I did that was paired with that Dierbergs order, because I could have hit up support. I could have asked them how much was each tip on the order, and they would have told me. And I could have made an educated decision like, yeah, let me release this customer. I'm going to still get most of the pay, and I'm going to save time, I'm going to save gas, and I'm going to save sanity. Let me know in the comments what you would have did differently, or if you just had a perfect shift. Either way, I'll see you in the next one.